Alrighty then, it's time for a Jungle Quinn game. It's about time I finally uploaded one of hers. Which one? Because out of all the Marksman junglers, I think she's my favorite one. And I know her time has already come and gone. You know, she was OP when she was released with a rework and then they nerfed her to the ground. But still, she's still very enjoyable to play, and the aspects that made her potentially strong, or at least as a sort of solo queue carry kind of jungler, are still there. She has this sort of pseudo kind of quasi ganking jungler because her tools aren't really the best, but she's got a lot of bursty kind of damage, so she can be played sort of like an assassin type of ganker. And the mobility on her ultimate allows her to pull off some really cool control-y jungler aspects. She really just doesn't have it completely, but she's a very momentum based kind of jungler, and I kind of like her for that. She's very in your face, absolutely wreck anybody who sort of missteps, and just kind of cover the whole map. You'll see that come into play once I got my ultimate. It's probably one of my favorites for any jungler right now. Anyhow, runes and masteries are what you typically expect in a sort of marksman. Some attack speed, I think it was attack speed reds, AD quints, armor yellow, and some cooldown reduction blues mixed in with some magic resistance. And my masteries are 12, 18, 0, although I've been alternating between Fervor and the Thunderlords, and sometimes even trying a tanky build. That one did not work out, trust me. So if you pick her, just think of her as a sort of Talon or slash Kha'Zix from the jungle, except without all the AOE damage onto them. I know Kha'Zix doesn't have that much AOE, but he's got the resets. Okay. Anyhow, early on you can see I'm just trying to farm up as much as possible, but showing some presence. You saw me take advantage of the Udyr, taking some of his farm, or his red buff I mean. And right now I just kind of, he's around here, so just avoid trying to get murdered by him. Anyhow, it's kind of the same build you'd expect on Queen in the lane, I think. I'm not really too familiar with all the builds she might take. So you're going to see me take Bloodthirster at some point, Warriors and everything, and basically go for the burstiest kind of build I can go on her. I've tried her with multiple builds, taking some attack speed ones that didn't really work out too well. Trinity Force, that too was a little bit too expensive and didn't have the best stats for her, although that was before the rework to the Trinity Force, and so on and so forth. I think the worst item I've tried on her was that one that increases her range. It just didn't seem to work all that well on her, even though it's under suggested. Although I may just not really know how to use it to its fullest potential. Anyways, now that my ultimate is unlocked, you can see me just try to trot the globe. Just run around in circles, try to catch anyone off guard or something, and just put as much pressure as possible. If a lane is open, I can go in there, steal the farm, kill the person that's out of position, go from jungle to jungle camp and farm as much as possible. Although in order to do this, I kind of had to monopolize a blue buff, but my teammate allowed me. Okay, go home, buy boots, buy the warrior enchantment completed, and then with boots of mobility, your ability to just control the map increases exponentially. It's just amazing. I love it. Like at first I underestimated it, and then when I actually tried it was just an incredible experience. It's just like I can do something somewhere, and then I don't have to worry about the enemy team taking advantage of it unless they were really out of position, or at least I mean, unless I wasn't completely in a terrible position, and the enemy team anticipated me doing that, so therefore they get to counter me. The way you see there, I went for a direct gank on Gangplank, the Udyr counter ganked, and then I killed both of them. Of course, it sacrificed my Shen teammate, but eh. Anyways, what I meant by the whole being able to put presence anywhere I want, it's sort of like if I were to gank bottom lane right now, usually the enemy jungler would be able to respond to that, right? By moving towards my upper side of the jungle or ganking somebody else or something, they could do that. But let's say I kill bottom lane. Immediately right after, as long as I'm not wounded enough, pop my ultimate and just glide to mid lane and maybe show up just in time to do something or to stop them or whatever. That's been one of the cooler aspects about her, and it's one of the things that at least makes her reasonable as a jungler. Now, one of the things about Jungle Quinn that is just kind of a sad truth is that Graves and Kindred, even after Kindred's nerf, are just better than her. Yeah, she's got her ultimate, and I'll go back to that in a second, but they just kind of are straight out better. Way more damage, less farm reliance, just straight, and more utility in general. They're just kind of better choices. And that just sort of shoves her out of the position of being the go-to marksman jungler. Now, if you clear the camps with her in proper kiting, you won't really take damage, and you can farm up a storm, and your ultimate is amazing as hell. But But the amount of shit Graves and Kindred can do is just way more exponentially better than Quinn. Just her ultimate that allows her to pressure everything and whatnot just doesn't make up for the raw explosive power of Graves, so to speak. So, and Quinn, after she got nerfed, she really has no real place because just two better champions kind of exist. But that doesn't mean you can't pick her. Because as you can see in this game, as long as I do some my moves properly, or if I catch anyone off guard, and if I actually kite them, because in that case I didn't move because I got exhausted, you can blow anyone up. You just look at how much. Just once I buy Vampiric Scepter, once I just get some items, I melt the jungle camps. I can go in and out. Pressure everywhere. Like the Udyr knows I'm here. I just went for my wolves to catch Udyr because I knew he was going to be there as the red spawn, and immediately put him in the sort of panic mode. And by the way, I love this. I might steal it just as the bomb explodes. Hooray! So Udyr is really feeling bad. It's like the thrill of playing this just felt amazing. If you're someone who likes to play Assassinate champions, momentum-based junglers, sort of like Vi and whatnot, champions that kind of have to keep moving forward and hopefully don't get stepped up or anything, she's just the champion for you. And if you're really sick and tired of playing champions like Master Yi to carry solo queue, then she can do it too. Just how much damage she can output at a mostly safe range, and just how much maneuverability she's got in fights or throughout the map is spectacular. So when it comes to solo queue, I totally recommend her. Of course, when I've tried playing her in ranked, I sort of got punished by none of my teammates picking any tank champions, and also having a Yasuo teammate, and thus not being a tanky champion really hurt us. But yeah, aside from our very obvious picks, she kind of fits that solo queue mentality. Instead of your Master Yi's and shit. Either way. That's also probably why you wouldn't really see her in competitive too. It's just everyone, she's reliant on your teammates not being garbage, and there's just a lot of better choices right now, alive, so to speak. Anyhow, as you can see, my build is starting to. My build is going to be a Bloodthirster next, and I believe my build after that is a Ghostblade, just to sort of grind one person down. My whole purpose right now is to either catch the Jinx and kill her immediately, or grab somebody like Gangplank and Udyr and kite them to death and just burn them down. I don't remember if this is... I played like 3 games with Quinn today. I don't remember this is the one I got Executioner's Calling, but I found Executioner's Calling and then building into something helps me sort of assassinate any sort of sustaining champions. Like Master Yi, who has a... who usually buys Blade of the Rune King or something. I was able to just burst him down because he couldn't heal himself in comparison to the amount of damage I was doing. Anyways, the other great thing about Quinn is you can just chase people down and put them in the grave. Unfortunately, in that situation, we sort of get baited into a kill zone here. So we chase after the enemy Leona, and immediately they just turn around right now, and just boom, we explode. Immediately killing 2 of us. They give chase to Shen. Shen kills the Leona, but he's going to be brought down. And then my Elise teammate is brought down, and we don't kill anyone in return. So we sort of traded 4 for 1.5. Gangplank sort of died a lot earlier than that, so he doesn't truly count. Still though, as soon as I spawn, you can see in the minimap, I just like zoom throughout the whole goddamn thing. It's again quite a really fun thing to do. But you'll see soon enough just how brutal this ultimate can get, or just how like honestly unfair Quinn can be if she starts snowballing. And that's what I mean. If in solo queue, if you snowball as Quinn, you get a few kills on her. If you get itemized quicker than anybody else, shit just gets redunkadunk. Like look. Right now, Gangplank is murdering my Jhin teammate, and you could see me just zoom in so quick. He knew he had no chance in hell to sort of retreat with his ultimate, so he had to stand and fight. Unfortunately for him, Red Smite and my Shen teammate teleporting on top of me does him in. I think even with Shen teleporting on top of me, I would have killed him. But still, you can see oh well, here I actually get caught by Udyr. I get absolutely ass blasted, and then my teammates sort of get into this very prolonged fight, and it's actually ridiculously messy. And you can see that Udyr is getting very tanky, but he's getting kited to hell and back, so he doesn't really achieve very much until he's murdered. And then one of my teammates gets killed here, I think it's Elise. And then Jhin comes in with his ultimate, misses every shot, but it's fine, because we already killed the Jinx. Shen goes on a bloodlust for the redhead, because he can smell her bleeding, and then just finishes her off. So, it was a very prolonged fight, but we came out ahead on that anyways. And once I respawn, I zoom through the map. Anyways, as I was saying, or at least as you'll see, At this point, once you get one lifesteal item, you take absolutely no damage, and you start farming up a goddamn storm. And as soon as you get more farmed up, you can just basically pseudo assassinate people. Once with your ultimate, press E. You hit them with a drop kick. Your ultimate pops up. So hit them with an auto attack, heal them, hit them with another auto attack, and that's kind of like a insta kill for most people. It's not a 1 second burst kind of kill, but still, you get what I mean. That's why I call it pseudo burst. Anyways, I'm sort of standing back because I'm letting the enemy team burn their shit down, not only until they're out of position and just sort of disperse do I go in. Kill Udyr easily because at that point he couldn't really do anything. Diana comes in against the 1v3, gets killed, and then we turn our attention. I pop my ultimate. There's absolutely no chance in hell anyone can run away from this, so I easily catch the Gangplank. I didn't think he thought I was I don't think he thought that I was going to come in and murder his ass. But that's what I mean. And it's going to start ramping up. As soon as I pop my ultimate, and if anybody's out of position, I can just zoom in there, take advantage, and kill them. And as soon as that happens, I can just go from any person, like a sort of whack-a-mole. Anyone's out of position, kill them, get on my ultimate, kill the other one, and just continue on with that. By the way, I love this. In the replay, because if you go real quickly, Valor and Quinn are not in the same position, so it sort of seems like Quinn is just sort of levitating in the air. Check it, or pay more attention to that when the replay goes a little bit faster. It's kind of just silly, but what can you do? It's just a replay, right? Anyways, you saw that I caught the Leona, basically insta burst her down, and it kind of works because she's a tank, but still. Anyways, get control of the dragon, we pretty much gain control of the entire map, and now it just sort of becomes a thing about getting off a worthwhile pick and going for the objectives. Gangplank is by himself, but we see an Udyr just by himself too, so we go for him and just start bursting him down. He flashes over the wall, he's trying to make an escape, he runs through Ziggs. Ziggs tries to catch him, he misses ultimate. I go in melee range against the Udyr because I underestimate just how much damage he could take. I don't really care how much damage he could do because I'm pretty sure that I would negate a lot of it, but whatever, he took a lot of damage. I got killed by Gangplank's ultimate, and not exactly worth it because he got shut down goal on me. Sadness. Anyways, again, as soon as I respawn, just look at the minimap. It's just so much fun, just how fast you zoom. I know I'm repeating myself with that, but she's someone I'm very hyped to bring out to ranked, or at least more seriously. Like when I brought her to ranked, I wasn't really too experienced with her, and I decided, you know what? The potential in her is there for me to master her, so I decided to bring her back to normals and put in more practice, and it's starting to pay off. Anyone I catch is basically dead meat at this point. Catch Udyr, I mean, I get separated by the Gangplank ultimate. I just kind of sit back and let the enemy team sort of waste their abilities. Diana and Udyr get caught. We do quite a bit of burst damage against Diana. She goes in Hourglass. I sit back, and then as soon as she spawns, we gun her down too. At this point, the enemy team's only chance in hell of winning is to kill me before anything. As you can see, I have 16 fucking kills. I am the majority kill shareholder right now. Anyone I catch is going to be basically murdered. By the way, there, you saw I didn't go instantly on the Leona. You saw me sort of scour because I thought maybe Jix was standing on the sidelines just waiting for all of us to focus on Leona and then sort of pick some of us off. So, Leona just sort of died on her own regards. Either way, at this point you can see I insta-kill any camp, and once you get rank 3 on your ultimate doesn't cost any mana, so there's no reason not to spam that shit and go all scree. And either way, here the Shen is fighting the Diana, and I just sort of come in here just to sort of kill steal really. I kill her, and you can see a fight in his mid lane starting to brew. Shen's going to teleport in to help, and as soon as my boost of mobility triggered and my ultimate goes, you can see me just sort of zoom across the map. Unfortunately though, the fight doesn't go well for us, so I can't engage yet. I have to sort of wait for the enemy team to sort of disperse, and thankfully my teammates pick off the enemy Jinx, and with that I have no fear going in. Udyr goes in a really bloodlusty rampage. I use my Ghost Blade to catch up to him to protect my Jhin, and we burst him down before anything goes. I also pop my ultimate because I know Leona's in their jungle red side, and I just zoom across the map just to catch her before she can teleport. And she knows she's fucked. I'm pretty sure she saw on the map. She's like, no, there's no way my teleport can't. My recall to the base is not gonna be fast enough. So I caught her, she got murdered, catch the Diana, she gets murdered too. At this point, again, it's just the whole whack-a-mole. Catch someone off guard and kill them. Unfortunately, in that case, I get caught off guard and I get killed. Fortunately for my team, they're strong enough to destroy the enemy team too. So yeah, like at this point, the enemy team kind of has no hope. Again, the only chance they have is to kill me without my team being around and then kill someone on my team. Like, it's gonna cost him basically too much to get an ace at this point, especially if I'm alive. So it's just a slow defeat for them at this point. And as I'm going to reiterate what I said earlier, I do strongly recommend Quinn. Is she one of the better junglers in the game? Absolutely not. But she offers a pretty damn good experience, and she snowballs like no other. She's a very special kind of hyper carry at this point, because, or hyper carry snowballer kind of champion, because she's just so goddamn mobile across the map, and you can just punish people for making even tiny mistakes as long as you notice them and plan ahead. It's just like, yeah, look at here, this scene alone, stupid as hell. Look, just insta murdered. I know, I kind of had like a air bubble in my mouth there, but yeah, insta murdered. Leona caught off guard, find her too, absolutely destroy her. And I know I am 20 kills right now. I'm extremely snowballing, and of course I can murder anybody. But the point still stands. If you can replicate even this in a minor scale in solo queue, then you can just sort of snowball out of control with it. Nobody on their team can be caught off guard without, or can be alone, I mean, without being caught off guard and instantly murdered. Here, just the gangplank sort of blundered into me and gets absolutely destroyed. And like, what can the enemy team do at this point other than just sort of hugging each other? Just, oh, that damage is disgusting. Again, I repeat, I am super fed, so don't expect that to just sort of happen. But it's just when it does happen, there's just jack that game thing to do. It was a very fun game to play, you know, out of the like several ones I played today of her, just trying to practice her and get things down. But yeah, she's become one of my favorite champions to play, and she's become one of my absolutely favorite marksman jungler, and she's offered a much better experience at playing, or a marksman jungler, than Graves and Kindred did, and the occasional like Jhin, but whatever. Either way, I enjoyed her, I do recommend her, and hooray for her. This channel is supported by my sponsors, Crunchyroll and Loot Crate. Check out the description below for links to the websites. Signing up for any trials, including Crunchyroll's free anime trial, greatly supports my channel. Also remember to give the video a like to support the channel, and subscribe if you haven't yet. I've also made a Patreon now, and if you wish to support me through that medium, then I welcome it.